Hi all, welcome to the channel, welcome to the workshop. So today we have the penultimate pack of the 66 Batmobile. Now, as I said, last pack will be next month. Today we're working on primarily the front end of the car. So we've got all the headlights and things to do at the minute. We've got a couple of other bits of bodywork. I think that's the lower front section and the lower rear section. But primarily it's all about the front end, and with one piece going on the rear there. I pulled the whole car down just because it's easier, but basically front end needs to come off, and so does that rear body panel as well. So let's get into it, let's get building.
Welcome to the workshop, tools in the light, screws and glue, they're holding it tight. Piece by piece, it's a builder's delight, making dreams in the still of the night. Let's get into it, let's get building now. Put it all together, I'll show you how. Screw by screw and a little glue too. Welcome to the workshop, it's waiting for you.
Right, so we're going to kick off this penultimate pack with issue 107 and give you a flick through the magazine. Now, there is currently a poll on the channel whether you want to see the magazines as they are like this, just before the stage. So this time we're going to do a bit more of the hinges and the bonnet. Or if you want to see all the magazines all at once at this point in the video, and then I just get on and build. So whether you want to see them at all, and whether you're not worried about the magazines, you just want to see me build. So yeah, I'll try and remember to link it into the description below. But do check the channel for the poll, and you can influence how the channel progresses. But yeah, whether you want to see these before each stage, or whether you want to see them right at the beginning, or whether you don't want to see them at all, let me know. Right, so small pack of parts to kick us off. I've got my pot of WD-40 there to help with screwing into the metal bodywork for the screws, etc. And I think there's quite a lot of metal work to screw into. We've certainly got quite a lot of M screws here. And I'm assuming that pretty much all of this is metal, certainly weighty enough to say that everything here is metal. So first of all, we're going to be assembling the hinges. Now, they are marked. We've got an L on this one, and presumably we have an R on this one. So hopefully you can see that. And these are also marked, so we've got a L on that one for the left. So make sure the left parts stay together. And just double checking this one. We have an R on that one. So we're going to need some TM screws. And these are quite simply just going to go like this. So we've got that little hook shape on that end, whereas it's not shaped on this end. And that's just going to go over like that and secure that with a TM screw from this side. So that's like that. And do the same for the right hand side. And that's screwed in like so. We're then going to take this piece, which is also metal. Don't know how visible that will be, but I seem to have a mark on there. Looks like possibly either from the packaging or from maybe not having enough clear coat on it. But it's going to be underneath the bonnet, so not going to be much of an issue, I don't think. And with this way up, we're taking the right hand hinge. That's going on this side. Left hand hinge on this side. And we're using some AM screws. And we're just going to secure it this way around. So this is the right hand side. We're using this first piece that is attached to this round section here to screw that in place. And that's just going in to the end here. Like so. And do the exact same thing for the left side. So again, just making sure we get the right piece, which is this one with this large circular piece. We'll get that one secured in there as well. Now, I don't know how tight to do these at a minute. I'm presuming they will need to move, obviously, for hinging the bonnet, etc. So I haven't done them too tight, as you can see, they are able to move. Right, we're now going to flip it this way around. And we're going to take these pieces. Now, they do have a left and a right as well. And they do look the same to me, but there may be a reason why there is a left and a right. And again, just double check that you've got everything the correct way around. So we've got left and right. We need 2 more AM screws. And we've got the left one going here. And the right hand side one is going just here. Put that to one side for a second. It's now going to bring over the bonnet. Now, obviously, not seen this for quite some time. Was it stage 1 or 2 that we had this? We're going to take these hinges and you can see they are shaped. Now, I don't believe there's a left and right on these. I think they are identical. We're going to use some AKM screws for those, 2 in each of them. You've just got the last one going in there. And that's what that is looking like. We're now going to take this section and into these holes here is where the hinge is going to go, like so. I'm going to use 2 AKM screws again in each of those. And with those in place, we just need to bend these hinges and get them lined up with the holes here in the bonnet and use 2 BM screws for each of those. Right, and with those in place, you can see that does actually hinge. That's actually all there is to do in that stage. Right, move on to issue 108. Now, I don't need the bonnet for this one, we're just working on more the front of the car now. So we've got the headlights. Now, I will combine it with issue 109 because this is the other headlight. So as you can see, pretty much the same parts, just on the opposite side. And I'm putting in the grills there. So these are our parts. We've got 108 and 109, and as you can see, they're mirror images of each other. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to do them in tandem. So we're going to start off with these rings. And the rear of the lights. And we have the lenses of the lights as well. And these are quite simply just going to slot in. Where we do have a little tab here. So we just line that up with the notch in that silver piece. And then taking this piece, we're just going to push that together. Like so. And do exactly the same for this one. Just line that up. And then again, just push that onto those two lugs. We have our other headlight, like so. Put those to one side. And we're going to bring over the front part of the body. We're going to take this grille section. That's just going to simply slot in like so. We'll do the exact same thing for the other one as well. Just move that up like that. So get that one slotted in as well. And with those in place, we're going to use some ZM screws to secure those. So we've got 2 in each side. And with those in, we're now going to take our headlights, and you can see that it's got a couple of dimples on that side. They're just going to go over these 2 lugs. Same on this side. And then we've got 2 AM screws in each of those. We're now going to take these lower grille sections, and they're going to sit in from the front here. And we're going to use 3 ZM screws to secure that in place. And obviously exactly the same for this one. Right, so that's both of those grills in there. Now that is all there's to do in stage 108, but with 109 we do need to get some cables now. And what we need is our cable labelled D, which is for our headlights. And quite simply, just going to push the LED into the back of these lights. Like so. Same with this one. Like that. Now I've done it with the longer cable on this side and the shorter cable on this side because the cable is going to run out this way. And that is all to do in those stages. Right, so that'll move us on to issue 110. And I've kept the bodywork up here because we're still continuing with parts for the front there. So flick through. We've got the front turn signals. So put in the front turn signals. We've also got the LEDs that we need to grab from the chassis. And then we're wire tying that all together. Right, so these are our parts this time. Now they are all marked. So we've got an L on that one, we have an R on that one, and these lenses also marked with an L and an R. Now bring it over the front part of our body. First thing I'm going to be doing is just placing that lens over like so. And the left one is going to go over like that. And do exactly the same thing with the right hand side, which will go and sit over just like that. And then we're using 2 AM screws in each of those to secure them in place. Right, so we now need cable G and cable H from the car. And we have G, which is going to be front left. So we're just going to push that into there. And then we have cable H, which is going into the front right. Now I've put these lights in so the 2 pins are vertical. That way we can bend these over like this. And then we basically need the cables to come up here. And the longer ones will come across to here. And obviously the shorter ones will just come up here. We're going to hold all those in place with these clips. Now you can see we've got space there for 1, 2, 3, and 4. And they're all going to be held together with AM screws. Now the best way to do this is if you just put 2 screws in, or a screw in each first, not worry about trapping the cables, and then you can feed the cables underneath, and then you can get the other side in. Right, so with all those clips in, I've also put some insulation tape here, just to make sure they're nice and tidy. Obviously these are right above the wheels, so we don't really want any slack falling down, so a little bit of tape will just help hide those as well. But that is all there's to do in that stage. Right, stage 111, and as you can see the bodywork's still up here because we actually have another piece of bodywork to add to this. So we've got the lower front panel, and we are attaching that to the front of the car, and we're attaching the bonnet as well. Right, so here is our front section of the vehicle. Now this is metal, and we've got this little crossbar here, and we just need to remove this and throw it away. This is only for transportation, so that hopefully it doesn't get bent and warped in transit. So get rid of that, and then we have these 2 brackets, also metal. They are marked left and right, so we have this to go correct way around. We've got the left one going in there, and we have the right one going in there. We've got some CM screws to secure that, for 2 in each. That's the last one going in there. Ensure that all nice and tight. Which they are. Bring over the bodywork, and this is going to sit just here with those 2 parts we've just attached going over the 2 lugs we have there, like so. And we have 2 more CM screws to hold that in place. flip that over, and 2 more CM screws will hold that to there. Right, now we will be mounting our bonnet. Right, with the bonnet in there, and I have to say it takes some wiggling to get it in. We've got 4 AM screws to secure this together. So if I just do these 2 ones at the rear first. So we've got that in there. Now, I think they've been clever and stupid at the same time. So obviously that screw there, we probably could get a screwdriver in there. But they've put these holes in so you can get your screwdriver through there. Now, surely we could have just not put that on. I know it's got 2 screws securing it there from the other side, but really those 2 screws in the edge there would have been enough to hold it. So, I don't know. We use those 2 holes for now. I'll get the other 2 screws in. Just making sure they're in nice and tight. Let's flip that back over. And that's our bonnet in place. And it does appear to hold itself open. And it closes quite nicely. Excellent. Now, one last thing we need to do is, again, from this side, we've got these 2 little covers which are going to cover those 2 holes we've just used. Now, they are also marked left and right. Now, I think they need gluing in. So just putting the tiniest amount of glue on here. Line up that lug and we'll get it pushed in. And that is all to do in that stage. Right, for the last 2 stages, I'm going to combine them together because it's all about the rear end, so we don't need the front part of the car anymore. And there's not a lot to do in either of these 2. So I'll show you a final time for this build pack through the magazine. So this one, we've got the rear lower part of the bodywork, and we've got 4 CM screws to hold that in place, and that's it. And then for the last one, we have the 2 rear grills, and we've only got 10 screws total for that one, and that's it. Right, so this is our part. Again, it's metal. We do have this little transportation bar again that we can just get rid of. So throw that away. I'm just using some liquid poly there just to keep the weight off that canopy. So we've got this going in just like that. Line it all up. And then we've got 4 CM screws to hold that in place. And that's the last one going in just there. And now the very last thing we need to do for this build pack is we just flip the car back, over, right way up. Probably best on this camera. Basically we have these 2 sections that are going to go in here. We do have this hole in both of them, which we just need to line up with the hole in the bodywork. So we're just going to secure that with 5 ZM screws, and we'll get that all in place. Right, and that's all there's to do in that stage, and all there is to do in that build pack. Thank you very much for watching. I do hope you enjoyed that video. If you did, please hit the like button below and give us a massive thumbs up. So, the penultimate pack of the Batmobile, and I have to say, it looks absolutely stunning. Obviously, none of these body panels are bolted in place. I've just put them loosely on the chassis for the minute, mainly because it's easy to store it on the shelf, and it takes up a little less room. But with those panels in place, it looks absolutely stunning, doesn't it? And now we've got pretty much a completed front end. That's looking really, really fantastic with the lights, etc. Now, you'll notice that obviously the side lights on mine are on permanently. Now, that's because I've got the fantastic bat circuit, which has really made this model come alive. If you want to know more about that, check out the video which I'll pop up here, and also check out the links in the description to Mike Lane's website, where you potentially get your own bat circuit. And it's not too late, because while we still not had the body panels bolted in place, you can still pretty much get to the circuit board just by removing the interior. So really not a lot of work to swap it out. So if you haven't already done so, do consider it, and do check out Mike's website, as I say, in the description below. And obviously, as well as the bat circuit, there's a cacophony of bat mods you can get for this, including all the interior carpets. And again, check out the videos on the channel, because there are videos for the carpets, the bat mats, the bat beacon, the bat circuit, loads. It's just an absolutely fantastic model, and now it has a few fantastic mods as well. It does really come alive, and I really can't wait to finish this one off. I'm hoping there's no delay, because with any luck, I might be able to take this up to Scale Model World, where I'll be exhibiting some of my models with the Plymouth Scale Model Association. So if you're in Telford in November, do check that out as well, and pop along and say hi if I'm not already wandering around somewhere. But really, really happy with the Batmobile. If you want to see how this progresses, or anything else that goes on the channel, please do remember to hit the subscribe button and ding the bell for notifications. That way you won't miss out on future videos. So until the next time, same Bat place, same Bat channel. I'll see you around. Cheers.